Hey guys, Drummer here. I just want to take a little time and talk about Inzektors. There's actually a couple different builds I'm going to talk about. First one that you're looking at now is what I'm expecting to more or less be the mainstream build of the deck. Utilizing the 10 card engine. You've got your 3 Peeds, your 3 Dragonflies, your 3 Hornets, and your Gigamanus. Tour Guide, Sandgin, Double Maxine, a Veiler, Double Reaper, Gores, and Dark Arm. Pretty much staple spells. The one Zektahawk I actually really like in the deck. If they decide to stop you with the Veiler, you can drop your Manus to make your Centipede or Dragonfly a 24. And then Zektahawk to put it at 34, and they can't deprison or mirror force it. And Heart of Clearwater is a great tech in the deck. It creates insta searches with Centipede, or if you've equipped Hornet to Dragonfly, you get an instant special, and then you send the Hornet and special again, and it starts to build a lot of field advantage that way. Trap-wise, the deck doesn't have a lot of room for traps, so we sort of have some staples with Solemn, Torrential, Mirror Force, and Dust Shoot. The Tech Decree from my last regionals, I talked about how I lost twice because of random decrees. Well, one was random decree, the other one was Oscar Hopkins, who main decks 3 in Sabers and plays this insane control game. But I decided if it's going to beat me, I'm going to utilize it too. So if they don't have that instant MST answer for the decree, you flip decree and go nuts with your Inzektors, and at that point you have plenty of control of the game. Standard side deck ideas I've had, smashing grounds and stuff, more for the Dino Rabbits, which is also why we have Double Reaper. It's buying us time to get the Inzektor engine running, and it's slowing down that Dino Rabbit build a lot. Kaiku I just like a lot, so I kept one in the side. Double Cybers and double T-Kings. And then just a full-out trap lineup that we can side into if we absolutely need to. The second Inzektor build I'm going to talk about is actually the Windup Inzektor build. You've got your 10-card Inzektor engine, your 6-card Windup engine, and Tour Guides. This deck absolutely shits on everything. Quite frankly, if I had the Tour Guides, I would be playing it hands down, like no questions asked. I mean, you're essentially playing your typical Rat into Hunter into Zen Mighty. Detach the Hunter off Zen Mighty to go into another Rat to go into Hunter. So you're going to loop off your opponent's hand, and then you're going to drop your Inzektors and +4, and there's really no coming back from it when this happens. I was able to put a bigger trap lineup in here. I just didn't use as much of the Inzektor specific support, since I was also playing the Windup engine in the deck. That's also helping us gain more control of the field while we're trying to focus on the Windup engine. But the third build of Inzektors I'm going to talk about is the one I would actually be planning on playing, as I don't have access to Tour Guides, which is more or less a stun variant. We still have the 10-card engine. I'm still playing Sandgin, so long as it doesn't get banned. Or if I was able to get my hands on 2 Maxis, I would drop the Sandgin and something else. I don't really know what. Probably the Zektahawk to make room for them. But anyways, we're still playing Double Reaper because it stalls out the Dino Rabbit matchup a lot. Stalls out the Hero matchup. It stalls out everything. And once you've actually been able to gain control of the field with the Inzektor loop, you switch Reaper to attack and start taking away your opponent's resources. That way they can't come back. Double Veiler, double T-King gives us our light monsters to make access for Envoy, and then Dark Armed and Gores. We've got our triple duality and Allure to filter through the deck. Now, the 2 spell equips I'm using, I like using one Zektahawk. If they use Veiler to stop your Centipede or Dragonfly play, Zektahawk will put Centipede to 26, or if you have Manus on the field, puts it to a 34. They can't deprison or mirror force in response to the attack. So it just gives you another out to the Veiler, which is what Mantis is really in the deck for. On occasion, you're going to get an extra plus off Mantis by popping it with your own Hornet, which is going to trigger either one of these guys twice, or one of each, depending on how you have your field set up. And then he's going to trigger himself off in the graveyard to special something else back, and you can go nuts with it. which is also why I have these two shown in the sideboard right now. Not that they're actually sideboard material, but it is the 12 card Inzektor lineup instead of the 10. With utilizing these two as well in the main deck, it creates some really explosive plays because you are using Hornet to pop your own Mantis or Weevil a lot more often. I mean, if you have Hornet and Mantis with a single, you summon Dragonfly, equip Hornet from grave, equip Mantis from hand, Hornet off your Mantis, you trigger Dragonfly twice, and then you blow a card up on the field, then you special something else back from your graveyard off Mantis. So your field just went absolutely nuts. The fact that the Mantis and the Weevil special themselves from their hand to your back row as equips is great. The difference between Weevil and Mantis, Weevil can actually bring itself back once it's sent. So say you have your Dragonfly, Hornet, equip Weevil, Weevil off, or Hornet to get off the Weevil. You're going to special, say, your Centipede off Dragonfly, and then Weevil's going to special himself. You can equip the Hornet off of the to the Centipede, and then go into 6 for Exabeetle. A lot easier that way. As well as when you're utilizing the Hornet off Mantis or Weevil while you're on Dragonfly, you're getting multiple more pluses to your field, which opens up a lot more rank 3 XYZ spots that you can do for the turn. So it's a much more explosive build, but I think at times it can have some dead cards in your hand. I just figured it was worth talking about. As per my trap lineup, though, it's pretty small. I play the Solemn Brigade just to help control the field while I'm getting to my Hornets and Grave, or, while I'm waiting out on the Thunder King until I can get the Inzektor engine rolling. The Tech D Prison, Dust Shoot is a staple. And then I Tech Decree. Again, same reasons as my previous video about the last regional. It beat me, so why not use it myself? And if you're able to flip that Decree and it stays just for the turn, it's going to stay forever at that point, because if you've locked down their back row and then you go nuts with the Inzektors and take your +4, there's pretty much no chance of your opponent coming back. Extra deck's pretty staple. I mean, we have Utopia, and I want to try out Utopia Ray. The reason I only have these 4s in here is I do play Thunder Kings, I do play Reborn, and I do play Mind Control. So it is possible that I will find myself in a situation where I'm going into Utopia. And if that is late game, there's a possibility that Ray could definitely help out. And I had the extra spot in the extra deck, so why not? One Exabeetle, because I don't utilize the 12 card engine, which means I don't go 6 nearly as often. One thing I did notice about Exabeetle is if you use his effect to equip a Mantis to him, Mantis's effect makes him a 24, and then his own effect adds 12, so he becomes a 36. That was pretty busted. We're playing a lot of rank 3s, obviously, as it's the Inzektor deck with our Leviair, Leviathans, and Zenmains. And then again with just some staple synchros, in case you get the decent Reborn play off or Mind Control and want to do something with it. So anyways, let me know what you guys think of Inzektors as a whole, or as of any of the 3 different builds I've shown you guys, and I will talk to you later.